you. I'm so honored to be here today. So blessed to be able to share with you all, and I just love this group of people. When I first moved, I think I met you like really early on in life here in Sarasota, and it really changed everything. I've never enjoyed networking, and I don't feel it's like that here. It's something so much more special because you have such a beautiful heart, and you embraced me, and it made me feel so amazing. And I really, honestly, Sarasota wouldn't be the same without this group and with these people. So many friends. Truly.
Thank you for being here. I actually got a phone call from you when I was like working out at the gym, where I was like texting you, and you're like, "Hi, I'm moving to Sarasota, and I need pictures." And I just remember thinking like, I just like was like, oh, I sat down with you, and just like your energy, I was like, I'm so excited that she's coming. So I just love how our relationship has grown, our community has grown, and thank you for being our next interview. Thanks for being here. So as most of you know, Dr. Julia, she owns Dentalvana. It started in Miami and has expanded here in Sarasota, and she actually, I'm not going to tell your business, but she has big plans on really growing it, stemming from a passion and some of her beliefs. So, when you look at someone like you, you're like an angel. You're beautiful, you're poised, you're confident, like everything you say is like so like you seem like you're a stoner. You're so calm, you know? Like, you're just like, are you high?
I smoke every day.
I'm just like, man, it feels like my nervous system calms them in your presence all the time. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're just like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
Like,
so
slow down.
Slow down.
It's all good. Breathe.
Yeah. So, when all of us look at you, we see this side of you, this like beautiful, confident woman. Has that always been your story?
Of course not. I mean, come on. Who is born confident?
Yeah.
I was actually deathly afraid of everything. Like as a kid, I was hiding behind my mom, very, very sensitive. So no, absolutely. I was so shy, and it's just developed over time. But not just the confidence or the willingness to be here right now, because this is not the most comfortable place to be. But so what I realized as a young individual, as a kid, that I was so disassociated from my heart. Like I was so much in my mind because I grew up in Germany, born and raised, and we have some Germans over here. They can tell you that really everything is in your mind. It's a country of logic, practicality, rights and wrongs, and there's no emotion. You're not associated with yourself. You're always up here. So I grew up with like the little pros and cons. I was really good at that. I'm like, oh my God, is that good for me? Is that bad for me? And I got like a human calculator to figure out what's good for me or bad for me. And then my parents separated when I was 5 years old, and that changed my world. I mean, I used to be in the backyard, climbing trees, enjoying life, having so much fun, and then suddenly I was brought into the city, no more backyard, no more dog who was like my brother. And life changed, and I closed my heart even more. So I got so disassociated that I didn't even know when I had my period. Like I'm like, oh, it's my period. Okay, no big deal. Going through life, and it was this, focusing on being a high achiever, focusing on being a workaholic, right? Being here in this country too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for the reminder.
Of course.
Here, it was the American dream. You work hard from a dishwasher to a millionaire, right? So you work, and people work so hard here, much more than in Germany. I think you guys know. And that really fueled that and continued to do so. But it was even more, like I was able to do it because I was disassociated. So that was the plus point, because everything in life is still for our higher and greater good. Even if you're like, oh, this is not really who I want to be now, but it's served. So always remember that.
I relate so much to disassociation, right? I think that a lot of us deal with like disassociation to kind of like check out and to get through life, right? And I think a lot of us do. And I think it's incredible to hear just how like being, just even being from another country, being somewhere else, like the influence that has on your life. What was that moment for you where it was like you had that moment of like, I am so disconnected? What was that turning point where you're like, okay, well, what am I gonna do, how and where?
So obviously none of it was conscious. I was never like, oh, I'm disassociated. I didn't know. That was the only way for me to be. But I was reading this book. It's called The Surrender Experiment. Has anyone ever heard of it before? No? It is fantastic. So it talks about a man that God told him one day in meditation that, you know, there's not a lack of opportunity in your life. It's you not saying yes to these opportunities, right? And because usually it's like, oh no, that's not for me. Oh no, I'm not quite ready. I'm not sure. I didn't think about this. And he decided, you know, I'm just going to say yes to everything. And he did. And he ended up, he said yes to the things that he really didn't want to do. It's like, oh no, I don't want to hang out with this person. But he said yes anyways. And it changed his life. Like, he created this multi-million-dollar company with passion, with love, with mission. Fascinating. And I'm like, I'm going to do the same. So I did. For like months and months, I said yes to everything. I said yes to buying a house, which I end up selling for like 3 times the amount within 1 year. Now, even that, when I said yes, I didn't think I'm going to sell it, but I did, because I just said yes to everything. And then the biggest turning point was when I just said yes to this. I didn't even know what I signed up for, but it ended up.
Yes, I'll go.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was quite the investment, and it was 1 year long, and I had no idea what I was doing, but it changed my life because it was incredible. Like, there was past life regressions. I grew up very in my head, scientific. You know, there's no God. Like in my biology class, it was like, once upon a time we thought there was God, but then we figured out there is evolution, you know, so that's where I came from. But in my heart, I've always felt there's something more. But anyways, I said yes to this 1 year thing, and every Tuesday we met and had this incredible session, and then every day we were kind of tracking what we were doing and what we were processing, and having so much more awareness that, oh my goodness, like, we are so connected. Like, the things that everyone is going through, oh my goodness, the whole world is going through. And I saw these things happening over and over. And one big thing that I talked to her about, like, it broke my heart in a really good way. She had looked at me, the facilitator, she's like, because it also had a retreat component, 3 retreats in person in Phoenix. And she said, Julia, I think you've been dimming your light. Like, throughout your life, you're like, dim that down so you feel less pain, dim that down. Oh my goodness, it resonated so much. And I was sitting among 11 other women that I barely knew in the middle, and she's like, lay down on this carpet, on this round carpet. And I'm like, what? So I did, and oh my goodness, I start sobbing. Sobbing. And it was incredible. It was the most raw experience, but the most incredible experience, because for the first time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling. You know, I could work 12, 16 hours. I would never complain because I wouldn't feel pain. I really wouldn't. It was just so okay. And then for the first time, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. And I got more and more connected within myself. Just throughout these experiences, been to, you know, I got to discover so many things, been to Egypt with Elise, you know, had magical experiences, like, oh my goodness, there is so much more to life than what I've ever thought. And now I'm here, you know, talking to you all. I'm a dentist, for crying out loud, right? Like, this is not something that, oh, I really want to talk in front of people. But I've had this vision. I'm off script, I think.
Whoa. Just flow.
I've had this vision like 2-3 years ago. I just saw myself on stage and I'm like, what is this? Like, this is not me. I'm not interested in what Dee Dee is doing. I'm not interested in what Elise is doing. That's not me. I'm a dentist. Not a normal dentist. Like, I try to do life differently. Everything is different. Like, I feel like I'm alive to remember that life is really, really beautiful. And that every one of you is extraordinary in whatever you're doing. And every one of you is unique. And we're all unique. And we're here to do things differently. That's why BBC is here, right? We do things differently. And yeah, I'm just really embracing the things that come up and go for them. And it's like, you know, when they come around, like when she asked me to speak here, I'm like, yes. Even though I don't know what I want to talk about, but I know it's something I need to do. And when other people come and say, oh, we want to do this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can even contribute. I don't even know how to do X, Y, and Z. But it's a yes, because my body now tells me it's a yes. My mind is slower than my body and my emotions and my feelings. So yeah, I've completely changed how I do things. It's not here anymore. It needs to be a yes here. It needs to be a yes in my belly. It needs to be like, yes, and I enjoy the people that are around me and doing the things with people that I really, really enjoy, and really getting rid of all these, you're not allowed to do this and you cannot do that. Like in my office, you're not allowed to be friends with anyone. I have best friends in my office because I don't believe in that. I don't want these limiting beliefs holding me back, and it should not hold any of you back. If you ever, you know, let's talk about that.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
She's flowing. I love it, 100%. I think it's beautiful to hear like that connection. And it's like, right, you were in a retreat with 11 women. It's like you were safe enough to be in that space to fully be yourself and fully feel. And now it's like everything you do is heart-led, right? Like every conversation we have is heart-led. Now it's like propelled you into part of your purpose and everything that you do. Like it has impacted me. You know, I remember we went to that really cute circus restaurant. What's it called?
That was super cute. Yeah, it's on Lido.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. And we're sitting there, we're talking, and I just felt like you were like speaking straight to my soul, right? Like your heart is speaking to my heart, and we're talking about limiting beliefs, right? And I'm saying stuff like, oh, I don't math, right? Like that's not even English, right? But it's this thing that I created inside of myself. Like when my son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, it's like I have to save all my mental mathing for my son. So no, I don't math, no. It's like this trauma response that I created in myself. I don't math, I don't count, and so when I have to count for the sake of my son's life, I am fully present, right? And it's like,
and now you have fun.
And now, yeah, exactly. So she called me out on that, and like, you know, is like telling me, it's like, you are making it harder for yourself. And I started saying, math is fun. Math is fun. And guess what my kids say?
Math is fun.
And guess what they want to do with me?
Math.
So we sit on the couch and they get their paper and they're writing these numbers, and I'm like, math is fun. And they're so into it. Like, now they're doing times tables. I'm like, okay, let me just remember how to do it. But, you know, my 4-year-old, what's 4 plus 3? And he's counting, and it's fun. And it's like we get to rewrite that story. And their lunch, I'm writing notes. I love you. What's 4 plus 4? And they write it back. Mom, I did my math homework. You know? And so things like that, you've impacted me. And I'd love for you to share more about subconscious beliefs and the things that the world, like what was it? No pain, no gain?
Yeah, no pain, no gain. Like, how many people believe that?
How stupid.
Right? Does anyone? Do we? I used to, right? Or like, I have to work hard. But can we work smart instead? Right? Right? See, do what she does. Work smart. I mean, think about this. How many people I've known. Kim is a perfect example. She does fun things all the time, you know, and she makes money with that. That's so amazing. Ooh, 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 ooh. And dentistry can be fun. Dentistry can be like awesome, right? Like the reason Dentalvana is the way it is because I wanted to be different. I wanted to feel different. I had the pain growing up in a horrible dental office. They told me to get out. I never came back until I had my own problems. So, creating a space where dentistry feels comfortable, it's a possibility. And you've
I know,
experienced.
literally, give me some, like, the coolest sunglasses, playing Bruno Mars. Yeah. I'm like, who does that? This is good.
Doing breathing exercises, connecting to your body, relaxing.
The essential oils. I'm like, is this a spa or am I getting a tooth extracted? What's happening?
Yeah. And that's what you can do for your own business as well, right? Like it needs to feel good. If something doesn't feel good, go outside, go sit on the grass, go to the beach, take a shower, something to change that state, right? That we're in. Sometimes we're just like, it has to be like this. No, it can be comfortable. It can be awesome. It can be all the things that you want it to be.
Does anybody have like no pain, no gain? Like, has anything pop up in your mind right now that you're like, I've been living by this, or somebody has like kind of versed it on you? Like yours is like, turn the other cheek in the Bible.
I used to be such a martyr, right? I wanted to be like Jesus, and I'm like, I'm going to turn the other cheek. And I would always turn the other cheek.
She gets slapped around.
No boundaries. And my face was like this.
You guys, my face is here. Go ahead, slap it.
Keep on slapping it. True. I paid for a friend's wedding because I didn't have boundaries. I didn't know how to say something, and I'm always like, I'm so blessed, and I'm going to give it, and they don't know, and all those things. But then I forgot the other part of Jesus that is like, hey, there are boundaries. I'm turning over the tables, right? I'm flipping tables. I'm not just going to turn the other cheek. I'm going to speak the truth, and I'm going to listen to myself. And goodness, has that changed. I've never paid for another wedding again.
Insane.
I literally paid. She had more people than I had in my wedding, and all for the sake of, not wanting to rock the boat, not knowing how to speak up. Honestly, I just didn't know. Having harder conversations, something that I didn't know how to do. I always ignored it. Yeah. Even team members, they would do things over and over, and I'm like, oh, I'm turning the other cheek. I'm trying to do this, but some people are just not meant to work with you. They don't have the same ethics. They don't have the same morals. They don't have the same ideas, and that's okay. Everyone is different. Everyone is truly different, and being able to speak who you are, what Dentalvana is, even until now, it's not quite all the way there, the way what I'm sharing here, the depth of myself, the depth of Dentalvana, and Elise, thank you. If anyone, is enmeshed with the business, which probably a few people are.
Everybody at the club.
Talk to Elise. She's amazing. There are a bunch of amazing people in the circle of people because we are all very similar in certain ways, right? We all have different businesses, we have different backgrounds, but somehow you're here for a reason. And a lot of amazing people are here. So if you feel you need to recharge, go to Refill, June 24th.
We got a shout out.
If you need to be in your feminine, go to the cabaret. Right? If you need some mindset changes, maybe Didi, Elise, Yana. I mean, they're amazing, amazing people here. Amazing people. And go by your gut. Go by your feelings. Say yes.
I love that. I had this whiteboard by my desk that was empty. I'm like, I want a really good quote here. And I waited and waited and waited. And I'm like, And something that you said was like, if you think it, it is. Right? Like your thoughts bear fruit, your words bear fruit, right?
100%.
And so we, right? No pain, no gain. I don't math. Like these things that like we create in our minds. A lot of us know this. A lot of us know that truth, that what you say and what you think is, right? And that's what's on my whiteboard now, is like what you think is. So I like really try to filter it out. But we create these prisons for ourselves, right?
Yep.
So we know these truths, we know manifestation, but like how many times have I known this, and yet again I where am I? I'm lost, right? Like we go through these patterns.
Because
like
it's a pattern.
Like how do you actually? How do you hold on
Get
to
out
that?
of that. Right. So it's literally chemically in your body, right? Like a thought becomes a neurotransmitter, which then gets released through your nerves. It goes to a cell that causes upregulation of your DNA, creates protein, and then there is a feeling, and then there's emotion, and then it becomes a behavior. And that pattern goes on and on and on. So now we can, though, shift that, right? So it's like a muscle. If you've believed in that for so long, you just have to start believing the other way. Write things down on your bathroom mirror. Write it, on top of your journal. And start other things, like state management to me is huge, because when you're in a good state, meaning like you're in love, right? No matter what happens, someone cuts you off, someone dings your car, you're like, no big deal, right? So that state is everything. That's my like non-negotiable, to try to get there every single day into my, you can say peak state. Tony Robbins says it's like peak state. Get into your peak state. Or get into your better state, right? Like if you're like this, go do something that makes you feel better. When you're in that state, everything becomes easier. And then that shift of mindset is much easier as well, right? Instead of like, no pain, no problem. It's like, wow, this world is absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful for this. And then every day, again, another non-negotiable is to have some remembrance of what you're grateful for. Or, things like that, to really, like you do that every morning.
3 Gs.
Right? The 3 Gs,
Yeah.
What are they again?
So every day I write a list of what I'm grateful for, what I'm good at, and what my goals are for the day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So getting you in that state, why don't we try that?
Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody close your eyes.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Now I want you to picture your to-do list. What's on the top of your to-do list? Think about that one person you're supposed to text back, the one person you are supposed to call, the errand you were supposed to run between this and that, and wait, what did we forget at home? Did I turn off the curling iron? Let's just think about that for a second.
How does it feel in your
How
body?
does that feel in your body? Not very fun.
Doesn't feel so great, huh?
All right, now let's elevate the stage.
All right, now get up. Come on, everyone, get up. Look at your neighbor and shake your booty. Shake your booty, shake your booty. Instant stage change, right?
Maybe booty bump your neighbor. I would smile at him.
Smile, smile. How do you feel now about that little thing that you need to do? Feels better? Where's?
I love it.
You feel better,
It's
right?
true. I think, right? Just one more time. Just give the person a hug next to you and tell them how beautiful they are.
Me too, me too, me too.
It reminds me at church. Can you say hi to the person next to you?
Yeah, right?
So good.
So great. I love you.
All right, so, getting your body physically primed at a peak state will help your mind remember, math is fun.
Yeah.
I think too, I go upside down to do headstands because I feel like I am in my head a lot, right? That's how I change my state, is being upside down. It's
Yeah.
making that energetic thought differently. I'm gonna go upside down, look at the world differently, get out of my head and into my body, because it does help my state. It's okay, now I can tackle my to-do list.
What do you think you can do at home every day to get into the state? Think about something.
Is there anything that you guys do that helps your state?
Working out, running, awesome. Yes. I love to dance. What? Feet in the earth. Yes.
You said feet in the air. I'm like, yeah. I love that. So we talked about, right, our mindset, our state, our body, right? You talked about, what do you think that one through line is about life that is like the most important thing for you?
It's remembering that I'm a spirit having a human experience, right? That there's more than what I see and then what I feel. There's more than that. Remembering that, it helps me so much to come out of any situation and look at it more from a bird's eye view. And when I remember that, I'm always from love. I'm always from love. There's never anxiety, there's never depression. It's love. Remembering that. And remembering for me that, life is beautiful and we're here to experience it in the most beautiful way. Because we can look at it from fear, we can look at it from love. It's that spectrum and it's always there. We're like this radio that you can tune into FM whatever or, iHeartRadio, right? So it's up to you where you tune into, and just remembering that just helps me so much. And then it's so much more, it's just joyful. It's just really joyful to live from here, from connection, from God. Yeah.
I love how you say, like, things come easy to me. Money just flows to me effortlessly. Like some of your things that you do say.
Yeah, I do say
and
that.
Like everything about you is like abundant. She literally brought a stack of books that has helped her in life that she's like, who am I gonna gift these to today?
Yeah, I really, so these books actually have kind of changed my life in certain ways. Some more than others, but again, this surrender experiment, whoever wants to try to just experience life and really trust, because this is a big one, to trust. Like the things that don't make sense to you, trust them anyways, because they're freaking awesome, So who needs this the most? You? Okay, come get it.
Awesome. And then I'm a big bookworm, so I appreciate it.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna do questions differently. So if you want a question, if you guys can kind of stand up here, and we're gonna sit on the hot seat today. Do you want to go
Can
first?
I give out more of the books, Ronnie? More books, okay. All right. So this one, I actually haven't read it, but what I love about this is it talks about the scientific experience that they did with plants and rice. You mentioned it the other day, which was really awesome too, because I'm in the Sacred CEO program with Elise, and she's mentioning it, and my husband literally got this in the mail at the same time as I was watching her Sacred CEO, this came in. So, the connection, the synchronicities that happen when you're coming from love, when you're coming from connection, is incredible. It's so cool. I've known this for long. You can look it up. It's really, you can have it, but I think it's interesting to see how when we speak into a plant and beautiful words versus if we speak into a plant negative words, like hate, fear, all those things, it literally dies. It dies versus the other one thrives. And what are we made of? 70% of water, right? So the words that we speak are so important. I love to speak into my water when I put my water in the glass. I pray over the water because it helps us, it heals us, it supports us. So the words we speak are so important. Anyone interested? Good one. It's a good one. Take it. Oh, you have it. Okay, it's a good one. I undersold it. Anyone wants it? You take it? Okay. Can I go?
Yes. Elsa!
Okay. Okay, no more books? Okay, all right.
Okay, Ronnie sent me up here to ask a question, so I was like, okay, I gotta ask a question. Okay, so my question to you is, for everyone listening, when we get in those moments where we start doubting ourselves, where all of the books and all of the things kind of go out the window for a moment, what's your like trigger point for yourself to get over that hump when you're feeling any sort of less than energy or something?
Sure. First thing for me, it's been breath. Breath has been so important. Just breathing in deeply into my belly gets me right away into a different state, out of my mind, out of fear, into my heart and my body. And then remembering, those affirmations. I'm love, I'm light, I am divine. I can do anything I desire, things like that. Or sometimes it's going outside, feet on earth, feeling the sun on my face. But yeah.
Who else has a question? Elsa, come here.
Okay, it's a very similar vein, but say you have like a toxic boss or like a tough partnership, and they may be saying something that's not the most positive. What are kind of like those boundaries that you put up in those moments?
That's a good question. Again, the thing is, I'm in the situation. Sometimes especially when I feel uncomfortable, I might not always know what to say. I take a moment to kind of like reflect and definitely not respond anymore, because when you just respond like that in a moment, I think it doesn't come out correctly, and you want to really feel into it. And having one-on-one with that person saying, hey, what you said really, really affected me and hurt me, and what's going on, and have a conversation. Thank you, guys. You really make this great.
I know, right?
But honestly, a toxic, I would really
environment.
ask myself if I want to work there.
Right.
Because if that's one time, if someone says something, okay, I can understand that and have a conversation and get over it. But if it happens over and over and that's how it is, at this point in my life, I would be like, goodbye.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. No.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm not like that anymore. Like all our energy is so important and valuable. There are so many billions of people in this world. There are so many jobs to have. If it doesn't feel good, it's a no for me, for sure. I say yes. No, you're right, but that doesn't mean you cannot say no, right? She said you say yes to everything. I say yes to opportunities, but I don't say yes to hurt me, please, and to be rude to me, and to be an asshole to me, and just for the sake of what? Doesn't make any sense, because opportunities are there. It's going to be like, when it's good, it's like, yes. And when it's not, it's like, ugh. And then maybe you're unsure, and then I tell myself, I'm going to wait until I'm more sure. It's okay to have that moment. Is that okay? Can we figure this out, or is this a no? And it's okay, to take that time. But I need this to be a heck yes. Same thing with my team, like Jacqueline. Dr. Jacqueline came to Dentalvana. For her, I was a heck yes. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure, because usually people have to have X, Y, and Z, and I'm not sure. And then after I met her a couple of times, I'm like, oh yeah, she's a heck yes. She is so incredible, emotionally so mature, clinically incredible, caring, all the things that I could ever dream of, right? but it's a full body yes. And it needs to be like that for every single person that I hire. They don't have to know everything, but their heart needs to feel good to me. Their attitude needs to feel good to me, because if not, it's a misalignment. I've done so many mistakes, I've hired and fired so many people in my life. I've been in business for 12 years in Miami, and Miami is a tough crowd, Sometimes they're just different. And it's okay. They're, it's all okay. They're great people. I have amazing people. Like any big city. When you have a big city, people from everywhere, you never know, but it's very important to stay true to yourself. This is your life. If something doesn't feel right, get rid of it. Woo, Didi!
Okay, so it's very obvious to me that you're not just a dentist, especially with your journey so far and what you have been learning about yourself. So I'm just really curious, and I believe this, every one of us is called to do what we do for a living, for a purpose. So can you please share more about what's Dentalvana, your vision with Dentalvana, and how can you incorporate what you have been learning so far for the women that you're going to be serving?
So I have this vision that it's truly like a revolutionary way to practice dentistry, and to bring that, everywhere, wherever it takes us. It's really my mission to have not just a dental office and do great dentistry and do transformative things and make people feel good, but also on the other side, the team, that they are inspired, that they want to be there, that they want to go to work and be like, oh my gosh, this is the best place I could be, right? And where they transform their own lives so they can transform their husbands' lives, their children's lives, their community beyond Dentalvana. So really kind of now it's for the first time that everything makes sense, feels good, and it's like my body is a yes as well. For the first time, I'm 45 years old, been in business for 12 years, and for the first time I'm like, yeah, I can really see it, I can really feel it. People have been saying it, I've been kind of saying it, but behind closed doors, because I wasn't ready. But for the first time, I really see it grow beyond, one office, 2 offices, 3 offices, and really change the way dentistry is being delivered right now.
I think just through our conversation and why I brought up this question is that we talked about how it's so much more meaningful to have a woman walk in but walk out feeling much more confident in herself just because based on the treatment or whatever it is that she experienced in the office. And I think that resonated so deeply with me because when we are a woman and we're treated a certain way, it's a reminder that we are worthy. And based on your experience and what you have shared with me, I know that this office is beyond just dentistry for you. And that's why, I was called to ask that question because publicly you can see that it's more than just a practice for Dr. Julia here. So,
For sure. Thank you. Yes, and yes, unapologetically take care of yourself, right?
Yes.
Moms, I hear this all the time. Oh, I have been taking care of my kids' teeth. My children are, in braces. I haven't done anything for myself, and da-da-da. And they're always, because they love their children, of course. And you get to refill your cup. You get to take care of yourself, because if not, you're going to be sick, and then who's going to take care of anyone, right? And why not? You deserve it. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to wear this or that, whatever it is, whatever is your heart's desire. All the nonsense that I've heard, that's just cosmetic and that's being vain and all these things. It's not true. It changes you. It changes you, whatever it is for you. It doesn't have to be teeth, whatever it is. I've had a woman, 80-something years old, took care of her husband for 20 years. she was smiling like this. She's like, I'm a Japanese woman. I smile like a Japanese woman. For all her life, really. Her teeth were really dark and really stained and really worn down. She was in so much like stress because she was taking care of her sick husband for 20 years. He had cancer. When he passed, she's like, I want to die. When I heard that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have nothing to live for. I have nothing to live for. And literally, I'm like, don't say that. Don't say that. And I don't know how we got her to do the smile transformation. But she did. She ended up being in Invisalign. She finished her Invisalign already when her husband died. But then we did a smile transformation for her veneers, from upper, lower, not just veneers, not for aesthetics. It's for her bite and everything. We reestablished everything. And I'm telling you, I never understood how powerful and meaningful the work we do is until that day. 2 months later, she was a different person. She was smiling, she was happy. She's like, I'm going to visit my grandchildren, and I'm working again. I mean, it changed her life, and I'm like, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
This is why you do what you do, babe.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Oh, okay.
I wasn't actually planning on sharing this. I wasn't gonna, this was even on my radar to share, honestly. And you're not gonna get this kind of service, but. When I was pregnant with my youngest son, my crown fell off. And I didn't want to do any dentist work because I was pregnant and I didn't want to hurt my baby. And I was walking around with a broken tooth in my mouth for 5 years. And it's like kind of what she was saying. It's like, my son, I need to do his teeth first. My other son, I have to do my other tooth first. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's so dangerous, like your teeth have effect on your heart and your body, right? If no one's gonna take care of you, who's gonna take care of your kids? And I'm like, I don't know, there's not like, I just had this like, I can't take care of myself first, my kids first, and it was just this. And I was like, I just need someone to hold my hand. She literally picked me up from my house, did my teeth, and like literally took me home. Like that's like the heart of what she does, right? And like, it's literally what you do. Like everything you do is so heart-led, and I just feel like you live so on purpose. And right, as a business owner, as a human, that's what we get to learn from today, and that's what you really shared, right? You brought all your books and you want to give it away, but you have a heart of gold, and I think that's what makes us all different in this room. Is we're family, we're heart-led, we're here in this world to make a difference. So I just want to thank you, and I want to thank all of you too for being here and being part of our community. I was talking to Yana today, and she was like, like we are BBC. It's not just my meeting or who I'm interviewing. It's like this is a sanctuary where people get to come and get a hug and to get their state changed, because like we're so busy. I can't even reply back to Priscilla. It's like, hold on, that's tomorrow. The cabaret's tomorrow. I'll text you tomorrow morning, right? So anyway, everybody give snaps for Julia. I love you so much.